Battle of the ships. Shayne. All right. The challenge is to build the board game. Challenges is to make it work and make it not that ugly. I use React, Redux, Sequelize, sockets. I designed a little bit in Photoshop, and I use React Animates and styled components. Okay. One of the things that was really fun to try to figure out was how to emit. I'm sure Tom is looking at this saying, that's not the way you do it. But hey, it's okay. It works. So socket, emitting something to make it so that the two stores, the opponent and the player that you are, the local player, that they interact with each other. That was fun. Second to that was making animations work, which was a nightmare for me because living from a world of being able to make animated GIFs and knowing how to make Flash, and like, this is way too hard. Luckily enough, if I take styled components and React animations, excuse me, I have it misspelled there, and put them together, I ended up building my own little file, zoom in, and that's fun, right? So then I did a design and I drew it all up. This is sort of what it looks like. I'll show you in a minute, but it has, you take a shot in one target grid, and then on the battle grid, you receive the shot, you have your ships, and it all does that stuff. And so here are my two guys. I take aim and I fire, I shoot, I hit over here. Now I take aim and fire, and if you look, you can see the opponent ID 1 and your ID that they animate when you hit something. Let's cheat real quick, A2. And then you can see that it hits and it fires. So a lot of the challenges that were faced with were, one, taking all of those different technologies and making them work together, making it so that you'll notice here that I have Reggie and Cody. Finally, they're battling each other out for who's the top dog. Getting the ships to organize themselves was a real challenge because each one of those pieces in the coordinate is actually a chunk of a ship. So you can see where they're a little off kilter. So I know that to make it long-term look better, I need to make my ships look better. But I took images of actual ships from the original game board and cut them up and put them in there. You can do vertical. Right now you can't see setting it all up because I set it all up prior to hand, so you could see what I'm really happy about, which is shooting things. Oops. Oh, sorry, it's not my turn. I have to wait. My bad. Okay. Yeah, so that's 3.5 minutes. Let's see, what else is there? There's all sorts of stuff. There's my code. I have my coordinates. I have to set up. So I have all these different files that create all these calculations that do things like figure out things so that I can render things off of the model. So in Sequelize and all this other fun stuff, they all interact. They all act. You can see things happening back and forth. And that's the end of my my talk.